Hey guys, it's Bakington, back at it again, and today we are going to be doing a super high carb feast, a coconut charcoal smoothie bowl. What? Wait, what do you mean? You know, it would have been nice to get CC'd on those emails. Yeah, can we do that from now on? Because this frustrates me. Thank you. So actually, today we're going to be making a super keto recipe, a cheese and chive souffle. I'm going to show you guys the base of the souffle and what else you could add to it, and it's really up to you what you want to do with it. So, why don't we get started? For this recipe, you will need 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons of almond flour, some butter, a cup of heavy cream, and 100 grams of cheese. This is just extra sharp cheddar cheese, but you could use a cheese that has a much more French flavor if you so choose. I've split my eggs into whites and yolks, and you can do that by cracking the egg into the larger of the two bowls, and then passing the yolk back and forth between the two halves of the shell, letting the yolk dribble off into the larger bowl because that has more volume. Very important that you do not get any speck of egg yolk in here. The fat will inhibit the bubbles from forming, so you need to make sure that you get no specks of egg yolk in here. To the bowl of my very clean and grease-free stand mixer, very important, I'm going to add the egg whites, a small shake of salt, and this part is optional, but I think it helps stabilize everything a little bit. A pinch of some cream of tartar. And just like that, you have a big bowl of fluffy egg whites. In a saucepan over a medium-high heat, I'm melting 2 tablespoons of butter. Now that my butter is foaming, I'm going to add the almond flour, spices and herbs. Ooh, rude. And I'm going to cook this until it thickens. I added my cream, and I'm now going to stir this and cook for about 5 or so minutes until it starts to thicken slightly. One of the optional ingredients you can add at this stage is a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, but I didn't have any and I didn't really feel like going out and getting any. This mix has definitely thickened up. So now I'm going to add in my cheese and I'm going to let it melt its way into the sauce. Look at that. Hey, you could also make keto mac and cheese this way, I guess, if you had keto pasta. Does that exist? Someone in the comment section, let me know. Does keto pasta exist? My sauce is nice and smooth, so now I'm going to take it off the heat and let it cool slightly before I add my egg yolks. Give your egg yolks a good whip beforehand, so that way they take the heat a little bit easier. A couple more optional ingredients you could add at this stage could be a dash of Worcestershire sauce or some chopped cooked meat like bacon. But I don't consume the pork and I don't have any sauce on hand, so I'm not going to add any of those things. But what I am going to add is some chives, some fresh chives, because I think it adds a nice oniony, mild sort of flavor. It goes well with cheese. Once my mixture has cooled slightly, I'm going to add in my egg yolks. Mix that in real well. I'm going to take some of my egg whites and add it to my cheese mixture. And just mix those in to lighten it up a little bit before I add the cheese into the egg whites. This helps not lose as many bubbles. This just helps make sure things are a little bit lighter when I add the cheese sauce into the eggs, so you don't have to be quite as gentle. Add in the cheese, chive, almond, and cream mix. Fold everything together. Now I'm going to put this into a mold. Here I've got a ramekin that I have greased with butter all along the sides and then dusted it with a little bit of almond flour to help make sure nothing sticks. A few big scoops of this mixture. Add it to my ramekin. I then top them off with a tiny sprinkling of Parmesan cheese. I've also made a date night souffle for 2 in case you want to have someone over to share this with. Now you don't want to put a small and a large souffle in the same oven together because the small one will cook faster, and you do not ever want to open up an oven before the souffle is cooked. Only open up the oven when the souffle is done, or else it will deflate. I've put 2 small souffles on a little baking pan, and now they're going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for around 18 to 20 minutes. Do not, for the love of all that is pure and sacred, do not open the oven before they are finished. You can look through the oven window with the oven light on, but do not open the oven. Otherwise, they'll deflate and look like sad bladders. Ah! And within minutes, they start to deflate, so you have to serve them immediately. But when you do, you'll see the inside is light and airy, incredibly low carb, and just downright amazing. And there we have it, a keto souffle. This should hopefully help dispel the rumors that keto is just like meat and cheese slathered in meat and cheese and like other fats slathered on top of avocado and whatnot, and that it's sort of this rough, kind of not pleasant diet because all you're doing is shoving meat and fat into your mouth, when in reality, you can eat quite artfully with keto. Am I done? So with that, I'm going to end this video here. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of the video, what you thought of the recipe, and if you're on keto and what you would do to tweak the recipe. I'd totally love to get other ideas, and with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.